Hello. Oh, guys, look, I think I wore some, like, these ones before, but I'm not entirely sure. Someone gave me these because they were like, which ones do you like? So, yeah, look. Look at that. Is that for SpongeBob? Oh my god, the likes are SpongeBob and Patrick as Bubble Buddy. Oh, that is so cute. It's SpongeBob and Patrick as Bubble Buddy. Like bubbles. No, someone gave me these. I didn't buy these. Someone gave me these. They said that, hey Ricky, whatever. We're not talking about Jay, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah. They bought these and they were like, which ones do you want? And I got picked those ones. So yeah. What do you think about CD? CD what? Who's Jay? So let's get into the topic of Jay because I made a video on him. He's sent a catfish allegedly, well not allegedly because I know I was talking to the catfish. He paid this catfish to try to elicit nudes from me, like try to get nudes out of me, for whatever reason, because he wanted to share the nudes because he's been harassing me and some other people. I'm not gonna say, but if they want me to, then of course. But anyways, he sent this catfish that was like basically at first they were like Jay's a horrible person. I got all this proof on Jay. Jay is Jay Grizzly. And then Jay went online and told people that I lied and said he essayed me when I corrected myself. Because I did correct myself in that live. I don't know why you're lying, Jay, but I mean, someone said he's taking me to court, let him take me to court. So the judge can see what really happened. That account is disabled, by the way, the catfish that was messaging me. Because if there was nothing to hide, then why disable the account, right? But, anyways, I went back to go see the message. It's disabled. Funny. Anyways, so this person was like, oh, blah, blah. Like, then it started out like they said, oh, I have this information to expose Jay. And then after that, what happened was is that Jay paid them. They then proceeded to say they were in love with me, they had a crush on me, blah. And I was like, well, yeah. I said I just like to be friends with people because I don't really know you, and you don't have a profile picture. I don't know who you are, and I just like Jay is like an op, and when you have ops, you get information, right? So then they said, well, how about we sext or whatever, and I was like, no, I don't do that. Like, no. Then they manipulated me and they kept like pressuring me. They were like, well, they said, if you do it, I'll give you the information on Jay. So I was like, you know what? F it. And so, anyways, then it turned into they asked me for nudes and I said, I don't send pictures. Then he snapped, called me ugly, said I would never be in a relationship, said I would never, no guy would ever want me. Basically, just got angry, just like snapped because I didn't give him the nudes. Why? Because your plan failed with Jay, and for good reason, thank God, because they were like, oh, well then if you don't send these nudes, we're gonna leak this whole chat, and the chat's gonna get leaked. And I said, go ahead. Like, we're both grown adults. I'm literally 31. What? So what? Someone's talking spicy and you're gonna leak that and think that's gonna scare me? Like, I'm supposed to be like, I'm not 32, I'm 31. I'm going to be 32 next year. Like, hello. And then, for what reason? Because Jay was planning on leaking those nudes. Jay was. And that's literally revenge porn. But everyone's defending him, saying, like, oh, we're on Jay's side. He's been harassing me for years. This dude has been harassing me because I called him a Hump D reject. I'm sorry. Like, that hat just makes me think of Hump D. Like, I'm sorry. And then he got mad from there, and he's just been harassing me since. He's been stalking other people. He's just been harassing people. Like, and then literally he admitted it on his page. I don't know if it was an Insta story or on his page, he posted that he was talking to the catfish to prove that it wasn't him because I said, it's you. You're the one that's pretending to be somebody else. And then he shared that it wasn't him. So you just literally documented what you did. You just literally proved. And then they took it to Reddit and was like, well, we're leaking these messages. Go ahead. Like, you're gonna leak messages because I didn't send you nudes? That's crazy. Try to blackmail someone out of nudes. I'm not dumb. There's a lot of things. Like you ain't gonna scare me into doing that. I will never. Thank God. Because I would have been out there. Like I've been on the internet long enough to know that I ain't gonna get caught slipping. Like, and especially because I don't do stuff like that. I'm not that type of person. Like, I've gotten offers for things, and I'm like, does it look like my page is that? Like, someone was like, I'll fly you out. We can make content. I was like, no, thank you. Just he's a weirdo. He's been making videos on me, videos after videos. They're literally talking about that police report, illegally obtained, by the way, mind you. Because why would the police give you a police report if you're not part of the family? Still trying to sit here saying I'm lying about what I went through with a carjacking because Ash Too Trippy wants to keep making all these videos going like this, literally saying that I'm lying about stuff. No, you're lying because you want money. You're using my situation to make money and get clout. The police wouldn't have gave me a hotel room for almost a week, 2 weeks, and wouldn't have paid for my brother's partial of my brother's service. Mind you, by the way, he still hasn't been buried because people reported the GoFundMe. It was a whole issue. But anyways, and I was very cooperative with detectives. Someone who's not cooperative with detectives would literally be guilty because Ash Too Trippy wants to pull whatever, wherever she got that, I don't know, because she's obsessed. And then Jay Grizzly made a video about that because he's obsessed, saying like, oh, she lied. Okay, I didn't know the dude, but like everyone says, I knew him. I don't know that guy. I never followed him. I don't even know. He was just angry. He just wanted the car and that was it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. To think that people think I'm behind that is so crazy. But not his ex, who is very violent, very weird. And anyways, I don't want to like really get into it, but like Ash Too Trippy just wants a paycheck and she got it, I guess. She got the clout she wanted because out here saying like, I'm gonna expose the truth. You better be careful because people could look up some stuff on you and expose the truth about you because you have been harassing me for a while now too. You just like Jay Grizzly, you're weird. Like to sit here and tell someone they're lying about a situation is crazy. I just don't get it. It's because they don't like me, and that's fine. I would never come on here and lie about what I went through. And because I'm a victim, people don't want me to be a victim. It was so funny because people said, you're milking your brother's death. I'm like, I was in the carjacking. Okay, well, if you don't want me to talk about my brother dying, which is a horrific thing to see, because you wouldn't understand what it's like to see your sibling die in front of you. That's crazy. Like, and so, anyways, it's just crazy that they're like, you're trying to make yourself a victim. I was there. I was a victim. Like, hello. That's what happens when you're in a situation like that. Yeah, I tell myself it's okay, but the holidays are hard because it's holiday grief, man. Like, it's hard. A carjacking. I was in a carjacking. Like, it's hard. Thankfully, I don't know what he would have done if he would have pulled me out of the window, because like, people say, "Oh, you didn't get hurt. You didn't get hurt as bad as your family did." So it doesn't matter. Like, he did try to rip me out of the window, and I used all my weight because I was like, you're not pulling me out of this window. And then he tried to pull my mom. He couldn't do that, and he jumped in the driver's seat and tried to start the car and take off. Like, and people say, well, you ran away and left your mom. I literally said I tried to go to the other side and get her out, but he took off. Like, I wasn't trying to run away. My mind was not. Everything was happening so fast. I was freaking out. Like, I literally, my brother was missing an eyeball. It was like hollow. Like, you could just see he had no eye. Like, how would you react in that situation? Like, you know, everything was happening at once. It was so crazy. Like, my reaction was get out, run. Like, why? And then I went to go help my mom, and people were like, because they're mad I didn't do it the way they wanted. That's not how fight or flight works. That's not how any of that works. You could still plan like for a carjacking and still not do it properly, because if something happens so fast, you wouldn't know what to do. And even if you planned it, things, it's just crazy because I don't know. But anyways, that's basically it. So I made a video. I think I made a video before showing all the messages, but I'm not entirely sure, or I might have posted it on my archives, which I'd have to go to my archives and pull them up because I don't think it's that far back that the archives disappeared. But yeah, first of all, she's not family, so how did she obtain those documents? And second of all, she literally said that, oh, watch her lie and say these documents are not real. How do you obtain police documents and try to say that it's real? The police will not give you that, especially if it's still considered an active investigation, because we have not heard anything else other than what the news has said, which I know because I was there, but I mean, like, why he ditched the SUV, why he ditched an SUV in the park and went after our car. So there was multiple crime scenes. There was like 4 crime scenes. If you saw in the news, it was the crime scene was where he took the car, what happened to us. The crime scene was where he ditched the SUV. There was a crime scene before that. And then there was the crime scene at the apartments where he was ultimate. So yeah, there's like, if you look, I think from what the news said, there's like 4 crime scenes. Yes, it is active because they haven't told us anything else. We don't know any information. They never said that the case is closed. They would have told us the case is closed. It's not closed. The only reason they're not taking it as serious is because he's not living. They have other cases, you have to remember. There's other cases of people that are probably still out there and still not apprehended. Those are the ones that they take more seriously. This is like being put on the back burner only because um only because he is not living. We still have not received any more information than that. And I would like to know, like, why was this guy released from prison or jail? He's a repeat offender. It's not surprising because they let people out and then they repeat this again. Like, there's still some unanswered questions. Like, thank God I don't gotta go to court and face this guy, and have to relive that trauma, and like, I hate, well, I gotta censor myself because TikTok, but yeah, there's a lot. Well, he was arrested for crimes before, supposedly. I don't know if that's the guy because in the newspaper, they said the guy's name and people are going with that. So I don't know because sometimes news articles or newspapers are not truthful, or they do things to get, like, how do I say it? People to buy the newspaper, or they have to do that, make a good story. We were never even told the guy's name, so we still don't know nothing. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, knowing that that happens, like, well, if it's a freedom of act of information, I could care less. But it's just like you're a shitty person if you're using someone's situation to make money. I don't care how many times y'all try to defend Ash Too Trippy. She is crazed obsessed. She likes to link up with people like Janice, who literally is crazed obsessed too, that loves to sit here and stalk people when they have their own lives to worry about instead of worrying about someone who went through a carjacking and then getting like some sort of enjoyment out of every time someone's homeless, they celebrate. It's so weird to me. I will never use someone's situation like that to make money. I don't care how many laws you try to defend with that. No one's gonna see it that way. And the only reason why you defend them is because you don't care. Jay's misogynistic. He's weird. He stalks women. He literally tried to get nudes from me, which didn't work. Made him mad, and now he's on this tyrant because he's mad. He didn't get the nudes he wanted. And someone said, and in the comments of that video I just posted today, I believe it was today, about Jay, someone said, like, no one will want those pictures. Oh, really? Well, then why did he literally send a catfish to do that for him? See, this is what I talk about. I'm restricted for 10 minutes, so you see, this is why I don't talk about Jay and this stuff, because I get silenced. I'm gonna have to like restart the live because that's wonderful. Anyways, I will be back. I'm gonna wait a while and then restart because, bro, that is insane. Hold on.